Steph.
What? You
Running the
supposed
show.
to do the yo.
No, that's your job today.
That's your job.
He put her on the spot today.
Today,
Wow.
mama. All right, fine. Yo. Welcome to another edition of the Chop House. Welcome. It's your boy J Mac Main. I'm in the passenger seat today.
It's your girl Steph. I'm in that driver's seat today.
What's going on, y'all? I'm your boy Ray.
Okay, and it's your girl Newbie Alex. What's up?
And it's your hometown favorite Kyra Dreams.
Oh. So what's going on?
Today we flipping the script, right?
Yeah.
We are. We're gonna give y'all a little taste of y'all own little medicine today. Y'all ready?
Me and Ray got
I'm
this.
ready. I'm ready.
So how was y'all weekend? Mother's Day just passed.
Mother's Day was great for me. My mom cooked, which was fine, of course. Got a little couple things, it's just some stuff she thought was cute. I thought she would think was cute. Get a little something. But yeah, nothing too much. Just really appreciate spending time with my people.
Okay.
Honestly.
Yeah, I went to the Poconos. I had a little Mother's Day weekend.
Okay.
Some daughters and our kids. Had a little Airbnb in the mountains. There's a whole lot going on, a whole lot of drinking. Can I really remember everything that happened? No. But it's all right. I still made it to work on Monday.
As long as you enjoyed yourself, that's right.
Right?
Yeah,
My Mother's Day was pretty good. I got to see my mom and my grandmother, spend a little time with them. I bought my grandmother this new Jimmy Choo perfume. She fell in love with it. Like, she loves that perfume.
Fancy.
You.
I have to hydrate. I can't even drink now after all that liquor I had all this weekend. I can't.
Yeah.
Balance.
Them be the best weekends. The ones where you don't remember anything.
It was like
the memories you never forget.
It was rum on Thursday, margaritas on Saturday, and brunch. It was mimosas. It was a lot. I can't.
What I heard was you were lit. That's all I heard. Lit weekend.
And see, I know my mother's not watching this because she doesn't watch this. But if it gets back to her, Ma, I text you and I called you and answered. So I'm coming for you. Don't make me trip out there. Don't make me do it.
She said she was doing grown people things. Grown things.
Grown man thing, nothing. Not anymore.
Outside. She said it's Mother's Day.
You better get back in the house. I don't play that.
Ooh. First off, your mama can be outside if she wants to. She is grown. She did her job.
Now she better be back in the crib. She better be. She knows what she's supposed to do.
No, ma'am. Mama gotta have a life too. Ain't that what Mama said?
I'm trying to say.
Jody said, "Look here." His mama said, "Mama gotta have a life."
Was your mom strict when you lived with her?
No.
Oh, because I was going to say, you can't try the shit now. She'll still smack your ass.
Right.
Baby, look here.
Right upside your head.
Let's talk about that real quick because my mother was strict. Mind you, I'm my mom's oldest. She was strict as fuck on me growing up. But baby, my siblings behind me, these little motherfuckers get to go wherever, do whatever. I'm like, well, dang.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, we're changed.
Well, exactly. Where's all this leniency when I was growing? She's talking about the Beavers. You was the crash course. What the hell do they mean? Girl,
wow. Okay.
I know my
I'm
mother.
the oldest, but I'm the oldest of the girls, and I'm like, she had my sister after me, and it was like, wait, hold up, you can't take back the ass whipping you gave me. You can't take them back.
Let's talk about it, please.
What happened here? You got soft or something?
Look here, I am not only my mother's oldest child, but I'm her oldest girl. I have a younger sister and a baby brother. I hate it here. I'm just like, the hell with everything.
You were the example.
Literally, I was the example.
My mom had a stick that said hit me, and the other side said hit me hard.
Oh.
You already knew.
That's That's
See, I
creative.
thought the attitude adjuster was what we had. The attitude, the tab that said the attitude adjuster that hung on the wall.
Yeah.
Listen,
So
listen.
me, like
Oh,
when
I
I was
just had
young,
a belt. Damn, my attitude adjuster. She was just like,
like when I was younger, I couldn't play the game on the weekdays. I had to wait till Friday to play the game, and like Saturday afternoon, games cut off, so it was all about school. Now my younger brothers, the ones under me, they're able to play the game during the week, but she used to stop them. My youngest brother now, this boy would literally play the game from Friday until Sunday nonstop, and he'll still play during the week. I'm like, yo, what was the energy when I was young? I had to wait till Friday after I got out of school. You know what I'm saying? So
I had to
Listen.
do my homework before I even thought about asking to go outside.
To do
Let
anything.
me tell you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
the
My
only
brother
place I
and
could
I
go outside.
so such a difference. Such a difference. It's a 15-year difference between me and my brother. Mind you, I'm a girl. So it was like, where you going? You going outside? With who? What you mean? My brother, his girlfriend staying in the house overnight. I said, wait,
mm,
what's happening?
I kind of had
What's,
that when I was older. When I was like,
What?
what is this?
I got
No,
19.
y'all boys are so lucky. Y'all
I
get
was like,
raised
this ain't
so
even fair. I
different.
was like, this is not even fair. Okay, getting cleaned up after and stuff like that. I was like, you're not gonna make him wash the dishes? Where they do that
Baby.
at? Who's
See, my
parenting
mom was
you?
real strict with me. As a child, my mother was very strict with me. I couldn't stay at anybody else's house. Like my brother, he used to be able to do
That's the
whatever he
one.
wanted to do, but I was sheltered. Like she kept me close. If the street lights was on, I couldn't leave out the front yard. I had like
That's the
it
time to
was
come inside.
crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Maybe literally growing up, I spent the night over two people's houses. My best friend and my other best friend. I didn't go to no hotel parties. It don't matter if
Me
it was a
either.
birthday
None
party.
of
We didn't
I
that.
have
couldn't stay at the
those.
party. I'm not
Neither.
going to the party. None of
We
that.
didn't have
My
personal
sister
parties.
now. My sister started going to hotel parties back when she was like 13. I'm like,
Word.
man,
What you
you
doing?
did shit dirty.
What
What
you
did I
doing?
do?
Hotel parties.
With
Literally swimming parties and whatever. Like I wasn't able to go. Pissed me off. Supposed to be at the little
When I
swimming
used to leave
parties.
school early, I used to have to call my mother and tell her that I left school early because I lived on the same block as my aunt.
Mhm.
As soon as they saw me hit that gas station, it was like,
Snitching.
your mother knows you here. I'm like, she's gonna
Mm-hmm.
know. I'm on my way
Man,
home to tell her. But
Girl,
I would leave
yes.
school and go home. It wasn't like I would
mm-hmm.
leave school and go to the park or go to a friend's house. I would leave school and go home.
mm-hmm.
No, I had
Hey,
to leave school, go home, and call my mom as soon as I got in the house, and let her know I got in the house.
Period.
Okay, okay.
And they hit you with the locked doors, don't open the door for nobody, and I see you when I get home. Well,
You
Yep.
know, because we wasn't supposed to be home. We weren't supposed to be home alone.
Mhm.
Technically, we weren't supposed to
Technically,
be
I've been
but
home
at
but
alone
dinner
since I
11.
better
was
be cooked
12,
too.
11, 12
Dinner
years
better be
old.
cooked
11,
too.
yeah. I moved to Queens, and it was just like, all right, so you're gonna come home. Here's the key. Don't let nobody in the door.
Mhm.
Okay, call
Exactly.
me when you get here, and I'll see you when I get home. I said, see, great.
My mother had this strict. My mother had this crazy thing about like when she went out of town, I couldn't have no company. Nobody could come over the house. Somebody couldn't. I'm like, and people used to come over all the time. It's like, I want nobody in my house. I'm like, yeah, but not even people that's coming over here regularly. No, I mean, I did it anyway, but I
Oh,
mean,
Listen.
me. Not even your regularly scheduled friends. They can't even come over.
First of all,
right,
if
right, crazy.
the ring existed when we were kids, we were screwed.
If who?
Girl,
If
oh
the
hello.
ring
yeah,
doorbell
we
existed,
Oh,
would.
oh yeah,
we
yeah,
be screwed.
When
Yeah,
I
I
tell
would be
that's
you,
dead.
true.
because
That's
literally,
true.
if the ring was a thing back when we were kids, I real life would have gotten in trouble because I lost my virginity 3 months before I turned 17, and that's only because I had got the schedule down correct. Like literally, was watching my brother and my sister. I had the schedule down packed. I was like, I got a little in between time. I got me like an hour and a half, 2 hours in between. Literally was getting it in
Listen,
before Thomas came home.
there
Been there
was
for a
no
solid
sneaking
year
around in
before
my
anybody
house.
came found out.
There was no sneaking around. It was like I couldn't sneak out the house. I couldn't see nobody in the house because back then, even though we didn't have the ring, I had the security, the thing on the door where it beeps when you open the door
Mm.
on every door in the house. So that's the front door, the back door, and the basement door. So no matter what,
My
Who
mother
opened the
didn't
door? Who
have
coming
ring.
in?
Yeah.
Who
My
coming
mother
in?
didn't have ring. She had her nosy ass friends.
It was so funny. Like I said, like my place. I remember one time she was like, "Yo, no, I want to come to you." So one day, of course, I didn't listen. So I used to have friends over. I remember one time she came home early, and she came to the crib, and my homeboy was in the crib. We was watching TV. I was like, "Oh shit!" So he had, so he told me. So I saw her opening the door. He had to go out the back door. I said, "Yo, go outside. Wait like 15 minutes and ring the doorbell." And you just got it.
The shit that we do with these kids. The shit that we did. Okay.
Right.
Now, what's going on with these questions, these topics today? What's
Yeah,
Yeah,
I heard we was
happening?
getting
party
into some things.
started.
What's going on?
All right, the first one. What is the one thing that you have learned from your past relationships?
Don't lie to make people feel better. Be honest about your intentions.
Okay,
Be
so I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. My fault.
No, you good, you good. I mean, that's just my starting off point. I think that I definitely learned this from past relationships. Instead of trying to lie, to tell people what you think they want to hear, be honest about how you really feel.
We had it for you.
Because all you do is dig yourself a hole. That's all you do is dig yourself a hole, and then you never get to tell your true self. You never get to show your true self, and once you really want to do that, that's not who they want.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
The two biggest things that I learned from my past relationships is communication. It's so freaking important. Like literally, if you're not with somebody who can communicate, there's no point in you being in a relationship. And the second biggest thing that I learned is knowing when to let go, because I realized a lot of the relationships that I was in, I held on to when I shouldn't have, because of the fact that they were a person. For one, they weren't meant for me in the first place, because we already started in a situation where I'm already up here and you trying to catch up with me, like. So, it's just knowing when to let go of those people when they aren't right for you, instead of holding on until, they cut you off or whatever. However it goes. Just do somebody the common courtesy and just letting them go. Sometimes you got to.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you stayed because you felt like there was potential?
Honestly, that's the biggest reason why I stayed a lot of the time, because I was always looking at the potential of who I know you can be, opposed to seeing you for who you are in everything that you do. Like, yeah, you could be a great guy, but is that who you're ready to be? No. So there's no point in me even sticking around with you, or even trying to stick around until that great guy shows up, if and when he ever does.
True.
I get that.
One thing I've learned, definitely communication is definitely key. One thing I've learned about some women in general is a lot of women will say they forgive you for your past, and they'll move on, but a lot of times they don't. So a lot of times you'll be in a situation where you're thinking that, not a situation where I thought my ex forgave me for things that we did when we were younger, but apparently she didn't, because she'll be looking for me to mess up, or she'll be looking for certain traits, and she'll be like, "Oh, yeah, I knew it." So one thing I've learned that, like, I guess if you make a mistake, don't keep making the same mistakes, one. And two, like, I mean, at the end of the day, if the person's not for you, just like Kai said, don't stick around. You know what I'm saying? Just, if you gotta end it, and just sometimes you'll be better off as friends instead of trying to force a relationship, to be honest with you.
So Jay, you mentioned repeating mistakes. So at that point is a mistake, or is that a habit?
I would say it's a mistake, and the reason I say it's a mistake because it may not be the same thing, but at the same time, it's like, and again, you don't know it's a mistake until it's brought to your attention. Because I feel a lot of people's their problem is they don't say anything, and with them not saying anything, you don't know there's a problem until there's a big blow up. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, Dad, so you should have said something, because I didn't know that what I was doing was bothering you, or wasn't even an issue. You know what I'm saying? But you wait until I've done it numerous times to build up a case. Like, yo, you do this, you did this for 3 months. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, I didn't know. Like, if you would have said something after the first, or maybe the second time, then it wouldn't have kept moving on. So that's why I say it was a mistake. Now, if she'd have brought it to my attention, and then I still did it, then it's like it's no longer a mistake. It's you just don't care or you don't get it type thing. And I mean, and also, and I feel too, like, as far as communication, like, I don't know what's going through. Sometimes some people you don't know what's going on through, or you don't know what they want, or you're not a mind reader. So some people be expecting or thinking certain things, and you don't know because they expect you to be like, all right, well, you're supposed to know that. No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Because you never brought this to my attention. So being that you never said nothing, I don't know, or I'm not thinking, or give me a hint. You know what I'm saying? So because y'all not the easiest people to predict or read your minds.
What you mean by y'all?
Well, yeah. Hold up. What?
You
Y'all?
black people. Nah, I'm joking. you whip.
Look her, I ain't even gonna judge you. I ain't even messed up about it because I ain't gonna lie. My biggest problem for a long time is that I didn't know how to communicate. I expected someone to be able to read my mind and know exactly how I felt because I didn't know how to verbalize it. So I'm like, shoot, if I can't verbalize, you can pick up on it. But that's not helpful. As you get older, you start to realize, certain stuff just don't work.
Yeah, communication is definitely a big part of the issue that she was describing, Jay. Like, if it took 3 months for them to actually tell you that this bothers me, that's a communication issue first and foremost. Okay, both of you are at fault for that. Like, she has to feel comfortable in order to feel like she can communicate openly with you, and she has to learn how to communicate openly with you. So that's something that y'all both got to work on. Okay, we're not gonna put it on either one of y'all. Okay.
So
that's something that you gotta speak. You gotta speak on it.
Right. So I'll give you an example. So I work for an airline. So I made a thing to myself. I promised to myself, like, I work for an airline. I want to travel. I want to, I get these flight benefits. I want to start moving around. So I used to tell her, like, yo, let's take a day trip. And she's like, no, we need to worry about bills. We don't. I'm like, yeah, but we can fly somewhere for a day and come back. It's not really spending that much money. So she kept telling me no. Okay, cool. So I'm like, all right. So, I started going out with my friends. I found a group of friends that wanted to go certain places for the day. It wasn't like every week. It was once a month probably. And it was going on for a while. And then, like, one day we just had a blow up. It's like, yeah, you sit here and you're going out of town on these day trips, all these people. And I'm like, yeah, but I asked you to go. You know what I'm saying? And if you had an issue, we should have had a conversation about it. Don't not say nothing. And you drive me up to the airport sometimes. I just let you use my car to drop me off and pick me up. So if that was the issue, to say, yo, no, like, I have an issue. I have a problem with that XYZ. And those trips probably would have stopped. But you didn't say nothing until 3 months down the line. So I don't know that you're upset about it.
Why would you need to have to stop doing something that you enjoyed because of her?
Because
that's not a mistake. That's not a mistake. That's just
sounds like jealousy to me.
I communicated it with you.
Could be.
I wanted to include you in this thing that I enjoy to do. Now you don't want to do it. I'm out.
Jealousy.
I don't think that's you being disrespectful. I don't think that's a mistake. I think that's just.
I think that's insecurity is getting the best of her.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, go ahead. And then the trips became more excessive, and I was just turning up. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that kind of added to it.
I mean, all right, put it this way. I've had the same situation, but in that situation, me and my ex is a very, very popular person. She has a lot of friends, right? And most of her friends speak Spanish. I speak Spanish, but not where I want to sit there and have entire conversations in Spanish all the time. And usually her friends, I feel excluded. So you know what? I'm like, you know what? You can hang out with them without me. I don't have a problem with that. I don't want to stop you from being around your friends, but I really don't have to be there because I don't really feel comfortable around the situation. So I remove myself. However, again, I did not complain. I kept my word. I'm like, I'm not gonna bother you about going out. Go out, have your fun. Okay. But certain times she will go out when things were wrong. Like, all right, I'll put it this way. I got pregnant. We were planning on pregnancy. I got pregnant, and then I was sick. in the very beginning of my pregnancy, and I stayed in the ER for hours. And as soon as we came home, she went out to hang out with her friends. That pissed me off. That right
Yeah.
there pissed me off. Okay? It had nothing to do with my insecurities. It's just the fact that sometimes you got to prioritize. Prioritize you and yours. Prioritize you and yours, and then you should not have an issue. Your girl, she may have had an issue playing to her insecurities, but at the same time, she has to prioritize your relationship. So in the beginning, if you need to explain to her that this is something that you want to do together, okay, and it's important to you that you do things with her, because at the base point, the unit is what's important. She
Right.
expressed her decision not to want to do that. So you say, okay, well, I'm gonna enjoy time with my friends. Now, going from one extreme to the other by turning up a little too much, that might have been a little too much extra, but still, y'all gotta find the common ground.
But at the same time, I was in my 20s. You know, I'm working for an airline. I'm living a life. You know what I'm saying? I got bread coming, getting
True.
paid every week. Yo, I was, you know what I'm saying? But you
I
kind of got
remember. I remember. I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah,
I
see,
remember. I was around. I was
yeah,
around.
yeah, I know. Yeah, but see, the thing about it is like, so I had this same similar situation. Like I had planned this trip like about a month prior, and we all supposed to go on a trip. She wasn't coming, but so we had planned this trip. She had got sick the day before I was supposed to leave, and we was in the hospital literally the whole night. We got back from the hospital, and I'm like, all right, you feeling better? She was like, a little bit. I'm like, all right, I'm out. She's like, oh, so you gonna leave? I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I've been pissed.
a minute ago. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up going on a trip. She felt bad. I mean, she was mad and she made a big deal about it. But at the same time, I'm like, yo, when I got fired and I needed you to be there to support me, you went out with your friends that same night. So I don't need nothing.
That was immaturity all over that.
So that was payback. Sorry, I keep muting myself because I'm trying to eat, but
I
that
was
payback.
I was in my 20s. I was just like, all
That
right,
that was a whole lot of immaturity.
It was.
Really.
But I was in my 20s, and plus at the end of the day, again, I had flight benefits. I was able to go anywhere I wanted for free. What? I'm out.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have those perks, but I don't fly. I don't go all. Obviously, bills and I prioritize more, but you know, I don't got nobody to answer to right now, so I don't really got
Something
that.
wilding.
Wilding in these streets.
So for me, what I learned in my past relationship is that when I don't feel understood, I run away. I shut down. I learned that I do need to work on my communication skills because I don't know why, but it's just like if I'm trying to explain to you in blatant terms what my problem is, or like what my issue is, or whatever the case may be, and you're just like not understanding me, I get to the point where it's just like fuck it, I don't want to talk about it, And I learned that that's not really a good thing in a relationship. Like you should still want to work it out, still want to not work it out, but you still want to talk it out, get to some type of common ground, basically agree to disagree. And I learned that I don't do that. I simply just dismiss it, like, oh well, you don't get it, whatever. And that's not really good. That's kind of toxic. I need to work on that. I'm trying to work on that.
That's self-awareness, and that's very, very important.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So for the guys, do you feel that? And I'm probably going off tangent. That it's hard for you to open up and communicate because you fear the what is it called? Like your fears are gonna be used against you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It does.
mean,
It does.
it do make sense, and I understand where you're coming from. I would say more so my fear of opening up or communicating doesn't necessarily stem from me being felt like what I disclose to you will be used against me. More so of the fact that I feel like if I communicate and it doesn't matter how effective it is, then I feel like my communication is wasted. Now that's what
But there's a
irritates me.
difference
Like
with
Agreed.
you
if I
Agreed.
open
communicating.
my mouth up or if I explain to you.
There's a difference with you communicating and the person
Wait, I need you.
comprehending what you're saying, right?
Yeah. So that's where more so my issues is. I've never felt insecure or not necessarily insecure. I've never felt uncomfortable about opening up about my feelings simply because anything I tell you, you can't use against me because I am 100% solid and concrete in anything that I've done or anything that I tell you. I have no shame in it. There's no type of ill feelings or guilt that I feel behind that. None of that. So anything I disclose to you is just something I feel comfortable with disclosing. Now, if you choose to use that against me, then I just know how it is between me and you. And then will that affect how I communicate with you in the future? Hell yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And see, I know one issue that I used to have, and I used to tell my ex all the time, and it's for people in general. Like, you can say something all day, but if the person you're talking to doesn't reciprocate or understand where you're coming from, then it's never gonna be understood. You know what I'm saying? I told my ex, yo, maybe you're telling me things that you're saying like I understand, but I may understand my perspective or how I took what you said, and it may not be and it may not be what you said. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, so maybe try a different way of explaining it. If you telling me something, I'm like, I get it, but I'm still doing the same thing. Maybe say, all right, well, what did you not understand? Okay, let's try a different route. You know what I'm saying? So that's why what I've done sometimes, like if I go through a certain situation, I'll ask, other people for advice. So maybe I can see it from a different perspective or a different view. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I may see something that she may not see the same way, or she may be trying to tell me something and I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? It's mainly because I don't understand her delivery of it. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of my big things.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Ray,
Mm-hmm.
have anything?
No, that's it. That's it on that one.
All right, next question, Jay. Learn not to give too much of yourself, and always know that a human will disappoint you. Kimmy!
You gotta read it, Steph.
I read it. I said I've learned not to give too much of yourself, and always know that human will disappoint you.
Yeah, but that's kind of,
I think it's kind of like
a
that
hard
goes
way
with
to look at
expectations.
things. Yeah, you have to manage your expectations, definitely, but at the same time, you can't know that disappointment can happen, but don't, just say in the back of your head, well, I'm not going to expect no good because this person's going to disappoint me anyway.
See, I get
That's
that. I get
very.
that thought process, but I don't really want to me going forward because I left my last relationship feeling like I would feel that way going forward, and I don't want to feel that way because I think that'll make me I won't open myself up as much as I should to the next person that I choose to date. I always in the back of my mind think you gonna disappoint me, which is gonna have me second guessing us all the time, and it's not gonna work. It's gonna cause trust issues. It's gonna cause problems.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I still feel as though like I gave my ex what I feel as though was my all. It didn't work out. It happens. It's life. You don't win them all. But the next person, I'm still gonna give that person my all as well, and just I guess step out on faith and kind of hope for the best. Because I don't want to. I don't know, me personally. I'm one male out here that's dating. I date to marry. Like I've never been married before, but I want to get married and I want to wake up, to the same person for the rest of my life. I don't want to keep playing the little games and stuff. And I don't know. People out here are really people are like really bullshit and they play with you. I don't got time for the games. I'm grown. Too old for it.
He said he grown,
I feel
y'all.
that one.
Come
I am
correct. That's
grown.
what he said. Come correct.
Please come correct if you step this way. Cause I
And
block you out of my DM.
there's nothing wrong with having standards. I think
Right.
I think people confuse standards with expectations. You have a standard for yourself when you're dating. It's like, I'm not
That's a
gonna
good
allow
one.
you to treat me like this because I know what I bring to the table. I know what I'm
Right.
worth. I am
Right.
worthy
Exactly.
of this, and this. And if somebody can't come with it, ain't nothing wrong to say, you know what? I wish you the best. And that's just
Right. Have a
it.
good one.
Have a
Right.
good
Mm-hmm.
one. Don't come at me with no
I'm not gonna
bullshit.
lie.
You
At the
understand?
age I'm in now,
Yeah, because
Correct.
after 30
my
now,
problem is
after
at the age
30,
I'm in
we
now,
ain't
I look
tolerating
at
some of the shit
relationships
we
as
did.
buying a car.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally the
You
same thing
least
as buying a car. I come to you, I give you all my expectations, I let you know what I want, and then you let me know whether or not you can deliver. If you can't deliver, I will find another car salesman. If okay.
It's just that easy. It's that simple.
I've never heard
It's
this.
just
Y'all
that
coming with
It's that
easy.
simple.
I never heard
It
that
is
broken down
just
like
that easy.
that.
What she's basically
Literally, it
saying
is
that
just
she
that
is letting
easy.
her needs be known. If you can't
Right,
provide
right.
that, then let me know
Hmm
because I will find it from someplace else. Like right now, I'm not in the mood for a relationship, me
Exactly.
personally. So I will tell the people that I'm dealing with,
Me
listen,
neither.
I'm not trying to be in a relationship right now. That's not my thing. I
Mm,
may think about that later, but right now I just want to have fun. That means don't get attached to me. That means don't be a bugaboo. That means,
Hmm
okay, don't catch no feelings because that's not what I'm here for. And I don't
Yep.
want you to tell me 3 months from now that you changed your mind. No, I told you from jump. This is what I was feeling.
hmm
I don't want to mislead you. I don't
right.
want to mislead you. I'm not about to play
Exactly.
no games. I'm an adult. I'm not in the mood. Okay. I'm coming with a long-term relationship. I'm not trying. No, just no. Let me have fun. I'm transitioning to
Hmm
a new way of life right now, and this is what it is right now. Okay,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
is what it is.
I
That's
definitely
facts.
feel like I'm at that age to where I'm dating to marry, but what I'm looking for now isn't necessarily a boyfriend. More so, like the old, like your parents used to say, a boy that is my friend. Because the issue, I've realized that a lot of relationships, especially at my age, because I'll be 26 this summer. A
Okay.
lot of relationships at my age, people, if there's no substance, and
Mm,
it's most of these relationships they're built off of these physical attractions. Great that you're physically attracted to the person, but can they cook? I mean, can they knit you a sweater? Do they know the alphabet backwards? Like, I'm trying to see. I need something with something. So I'm looking for somebody who can be my friend. And then if a relationship develops into a relationship, I'm all for it. But
right.
I need somebody to be my friend. We gotta build first. You can't just jump into me my boyfriend and it's just like, oh yeah, we're
And you
boyfriend
got
girlfriend now. We got the title, but
and you're
what the
young.
hell are
You
we
got the
doing?
time. You have the time. You do not need to
Exactly.
rush. Like, listen, I was married at
Oh
your
baby,
age.
I'm in no
I was married
This
at
is
your
that
age.
I'm
I
in
have my
no
prime.
own.
rush.
This is
Lord,
that prime
I
phase.
have no children. I have no children. I have no boyfriend. I am worried about me and me only. If the man who I'm supposed to be with finds me and shit gets, I'm all for it. But at this point, I'm just working on myself and not focusing on anything else outside of that. That's where I'm at.
Snap,
That-
snap.
you're.
All right, Jay.
I ain't got time to be playing with nobody nappy head ass with son. I'm not doing that.
Hold
No.
up now. That's my question. Let's go. Let's go. Question. Question.
uh,
All
Question.
right. Next question. If your person says they want a threesome with a guy, how would you feel?
Hey.
I disagree.
Hey.
Totally disagree.
Let's go. Let go.
well, for me, mine's
Now,
what
ain't that a double standard? I think.
It sure enough
why?
is.
What do you mean?
Go
Why is
ahead.
it
No, no,
double
no. I
standard?
want to hear
So,
your answer.
Jay,
Go
if
ahead.
your girl
Let's
said
have the men answer this
Because
you
you
want
first.
want a
with a
woman to
girl,
have.
you be
Let's
Well,
have
okay
the
with
Okay,
men
I
I
want
got
you
answer
to
that?
hear
this
time.
your answer
first.
first. No, no, I want to hear your
Wait,
answer
wait,
first
wait,
before
wait,
I jump
wait,
on
wait.
Dad.
Time out.
Before I
Okay.
jump down Jake's throat.
Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out. So Alex said yes, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Well, we you can discuss me last because I have a very unique perspective on this. So I
I
want to
do
hear
as
the men
well. I was
Jay,
going
first.
to say
no.
if you want to be sticking the last
Well, my
however.
answer
But
to
yes,
it
I'm.
is yes. Yes.
Your answer
Okay.
is yes.
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
I
okay.
like
Well,
you.
so I gotta flip around. So I'm gay.
Go
So
ahead. You said it six
Okay.
times. Go ahead.
if my partner was to ask, could a girl be involved? Yes. The answer is yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, bitch. Okay. And I am.
No,
I'm
it's not if
sexually
a girl
fluid.
can be. It's if a guy.
I'm sexually
I know, but
fluid, so I'm
I'm
good
I
with it.
date guys, so I feel like I had to switch it.
Yeah,
Like,
he
I
has to switch it
mean,
to give it a
yeah,
double
Yeah.
you know.
standard. You know what I mean?
I guess. Okay, I
Because
understand. Okay,
obviously, if he's
cool.
already dating men, it's
But
like,
it'll be
hey,
yes
let's
either
have some
way.
fun.
Exactly. I mean, that's all I was going to say. Do we win either way? Yes. Now, Jay, back
Yes
to you
either
because
way.
this is. I'm going to tell you double standard, and I need you to know that
Oh,
simply because men have absolutely no issue was either one trying to find a woman for a threesome, let alone asking a woman for a threesome with another woman. But
And
the
that-
moment we bring up a threesome with another man, it's all no. I ain't touching dicks. I mean, oops, sorry.
Nah, you
But
good.
you know what I mean.
We're all grown
Very
up.
good.
They don't
We
even bleed
grown.
that on the TV. You good?
Listen here. Listen here.
We listen.
But
Be
ho-
secure in your masculinity, sir. Be
Oh,
secure.
I'm definitely scared of my masculinity. But what's not about to happen is I'm not about to sit here and watch my girl get drilled by somebody else while I'm standing right there. Absolutely not. Not gonna happen.
Okay, so I have a question.
well,
I
would
have a
you rather
question.
see it in your face and behind your back?
Huh?
So what if she had a girl who did that
Don't
to
listen
her?
to me. Don't listen to me.
You said what if she had a girl that did that to her?
Yeah.
What go down on her?
No. I'm talking about
If the
fucking drill
threesome
her
was with a
all
girl.
that.
I'm saying y'all be expecting
All
us
that.
women to sit. Yeah, you expecting a woman to sit
If I
and watch
took- if I
a.
took
You expect
over-
us to sit and watch another woman sloppy.
If I took over
Right.
and took over and did all the work and said, no, you go sit over there. You can't participate. You're gonna be bad.
See,
Trust me.
here's the thing. I'm the type of guy. I'm gonna ask my woman. Hey, would you be okay with a threesome? If she says no, then it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna force. I'm not gonna force her to poke the issue or keep bringing it up because I brought it up. You said no, fine. Just like if a girl asks me, hey, babe, I want to have a threesome with two guys. I tell her no. That should be in the discussion. But again, I'm the type of person. I'm not gonna sit here and watch my girl get smashed by another guy, or even give another guy a head while I'm standing right there. Now, if she cheats and I don't know about it, which I'm not condoning, so let's not get it twisted. I never want my girl to cheat, but if that's something I don't know about, then that's fine. But I'm not comfortable sitting here knowing that I'm seeing another guy smashing my girl and she's enjoying it. Oh, I'm just
So, but why is that different than if it was another girl?
because it's completely different.
Why?
Because
Why?
the female can't do what I can do to a
I
female.
mean,
Trust me, that's what you think.
First of
but
all,
that ain't
females
true.
be knowing what spots to be hitting.
Which is very true.
well, on a technicality, I guess he got that because
Negative Ghost Rider, everything that he got already, I could buy at the store.
Yeah, but it ain't real.
But okay, so I was ready to say but the thing is, females can go buy it, but you can't operate the equipment the way that the person that it came, naturally attached to.
In all fairness,
Listen.
I'll give them that. I'll give them that.
Because at the end of the day, all right, so I'll give you an example. Guys are naturally stronger than women, right?
Depends on the woman and depends on the man.
I ain't say all women. I said naturally. Naturally, men are stronger than women.
I do not subscribe to that theory, that fact. I do not subscribe to that. No.
Well, I'm gonna subscribe to it, and I'm gonna finish my point. So, as men being typically stronger than women, even though
on US Weekly, please cancel this.
So, so yeah, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, women can buy these tools or toys or whatever you want to call it from the store. But
we're not even talking about toys, though.
I'm just saying.
None of that, though.
Well, I did mention it, but without it, I'm still handling business. Same.
Well, at the end of the day, a woman can't do what I do sexually. That's just me. That's just my confidence that I know what I do.
And a man usually can't do what a woman does. So,
I mean, that's only on the strength of women know what you want. Like a guy pretty much has to figure it out. But once he figures it out,
if he chooses to figure it out,
he a dangerous motherfucker.
Exactly. Once he figures it out, that's when things get toxic.
If he chooses to figure it out, some men don't take the time to figure it out. They get off and then they're good. You know
that
what I
is
mean?
true. I
ain't gonna lie to you, Alex. I ain't had too many of them. And the problem is, I wish I got the men that didn't know what the fuck they was doing. I get the men who are demons. Whether or not that's up to me, whether or not I'm a demon too or not, that's up for debate. But give men who are sexual deviants.
Well, I have a question.
I turn my body out every which way and I suffer emotionally because of it.
I have a question for this. I have an offshoot of this question. Okay, for the ladies. Okay, for you who are fine with having a second man in the room with you guys, are you okay if everybody participates with everybody, or is it just hands on you alone?
That's
Wait, what?
interesting.
Am I okay with what?
That's
With
an
everybody,
interesting
if with
question.
everybody participating with everybody, not just everybody focusing on
I
you.
mean,
That's an
I'm not gonna
interesting
lie to
question.
you. I wouldn't be okay with it, but not for the reason that other people wouldn't be okay with it. I wouldn't be okay with it simply because with me, if I'm in a threesome with two men, it's what I consider a God's worship. And I'm the goddess you should be worshiping.
I feel you.
Anything outside of that, y'all freaking on each other. No, focus on me. It's about me. But I have no issue at all with being with another man who wants to have sex with another man. Like that doesn't bother me because I'm very much so sexually fluid. You in my
Love it.
business? Talk to me. What you need?
What about you, Steph?
My man.
I don't think I would mind. I mean, I don't know.
So, Steph, you don't think it'll catch you off guard? You know, you got one on you. They doing
It
whatever.
kind of
Then you
would,
look up and
because
he doing something else.
it would catch me off guard. But man secure. I mean, if a man is secure in his sexuality and he want to experiment, he experimenting. You understand what I'm saying?
But what
So
if
how we
he already
opening up
knows
that
that's what he
conversation?
likes?
Because I don't know if that's I don't think I don't agree with that. You can't be comfortable in your sexuality and then in this threesome. Nah, stuff.
You
I'm
not?
not
You
You
need
not?
to know. You need to know beforehand.
Who
You need to know
Yeah,
beforehand what
I'm
you're
Yo.
not feeling
comfortable
that
with.
part because that
Who is this guy
That's
right here?
dangerous.
We have an intruder tonight.
Intruder? What?
What?
It's like that, Stephanie? Okay.
Who
Yes.
was that?
Yes.
Wow. She said an intruder. Wow. Okay, it's like that, Stephanie. All right. You acting brand new already? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, nah. Me personally, like I said,
Nah, wait. Continue what you were saying, cause I see it as I don't see nothing wrong with a man wanting to experiment, right? Everyone is curious. If they don't tell you that they've been curious, it's like a man seeing a man and say, "Yo, he fly."
Oh, damn, I keep breaking up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean
Right?
I
It's
think
not
that's kind of
automatically.
different.
You're
In
not
It's
my, in my,
different.
automatically saying, "I'm gonna go suck his dick," right?
That's different.
that's
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 different.
really different. Like you saying that this man is comfortable. Like basically he's comfortable with who he is. You see what I'm saying? Like I guess he. Well, how did you word it exactly? What was the term that you said?
I
Because
said, if he's secure in his manhood,
right,
then
securing his
he'll be
manhood.
okay with experimenting.
And then if you secure your
Does
manhood,
that
like
don't
how
make
you
him
get in
gay?
this
Does that
situation,
automatically make him gay?
no.
but how do
Whoa,
you?
hold on.
People piss me off. If it
In a way,
includes
yeah.
a
In
woman
my
by
opinion.
any way, shape, or form, whether it's a woman sticking her finger in the ass, a woman eating your ass, or a woman fucking you in the ass, you are not a gay
What?
man. I don't care. You're not. Because any action done with a woman is not considered homosexual action, no matter what the action is. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, because why is it okay for a woman to be with another woman and she's not lesbian? She's not categorized as a lesbian. But
Because
once
it's
a
a
man
I get
sleeps
that.
with a
I get
man,
that. I
automatically
get
it's like,
that.
oh, he's gay. No, he had a moment. He wanted to try the shit, and that's it. He
absolutely
enjoyed
not.
it. Whatever. Maybe he
He did.
doesn't do it again.
Damn.
No.
He may do it again. Who knows? Right? It may open up a whole new
Yeah,
world for him.
honestly, I agree with Steph. I'm not a person. I'm not a.
I can't
Yeah,
lie. I
I'm
agree
not
with
gonna lie. I'm
stuff
not a
too.
woman
It
who
is a
gets
double
mad at a
standard.
man. Like if
I
you've
can't
ever
It's
lie.
that
tried, like
double
you ever kissed
standard.
with a man,
Who's to
or
say?
maybe you ever slept with a man. Like I'm not. It's not. I don't see anything wrong with it simply because, like she said, with women, when you want to be one woman, or whether or not you're trying to figure out whether or not you like women, you experiment. The same
Okay.
way men should have the comfortability to be able to experiment. To
As
taste
they
what you like.
should.
A
I
guy
mean,
can
you don't never know what you like until you taste it.
right. No, well,
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
And we're
so
not necessarily saying he's trying it with the shit, with him being bottom and the other
well,
one being top. he could be the top and the other one is the bottom.
No, not gonna. So firstly,
Lord have mercy.
firstly for me, personally,
For you, personally, for you.
You might
yes,
want to be doing.
we already
like,
know personally for you, Jay.
But you gotta.
But I'm not gonna lie though. It's okay. It's okay that Jay has the views that he has, because I'm not gonna lie. It's not saying that he's any less open-minded or any less secure in his manhood. It's just simply his opinion. It's just how he feels about the situation. It's not something.
Okay. So unfortunately, we live in a world where there's double standards, obviously.
Right.
So if a woman tells another girl, "Oh, you sexy. Oh, you bad," you know what I'm saying? That's okay and that's natural. A guy can't go to another guy and say, "Yo, you sexy, bro." Like they can be like, "Yo,
I'm okay with that."
You're okay with that, but a lot of guys aren't, and it is viewed differently than a woman saying it to another woman. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how that's
true.
reality. You know what I mean? So again,
Yeah, but what we need to acknowledge that there aren't all people who believe in those same double standards. I think that's where a lot of acknowledgement comes from.
Right, everybody does it. You're absolutely right. So again, like I don't have those thoughts. To be honest with you, I mean, it's just nothing that crossed my mind with another guy. That's just me. But again, I've known women who aren't gay, but they're like, "Yo, I'll let a girl go down on me." You know what I'm saying?
I don't even go there. That bothers me.
Really?
That it's annoying.
Mr. Craig in the comments. What did he say?
Oh,
he said, "What the
yeah.
fuck y'all on? Who lies to her?"
He said,
That's
"Hell yeah,
gay.
hell no. What the fuck y'all on? Who lied to
I mean,
that's gay.
If you want my
Your
honest
G spot is
opinion,
in your ass, Mr. Craig.
Exactly. If you want to be 100% honest, this is how I personally feel. Men who call out shit as being gay or always no homo or hate gay men so hard, you're a gay man. I'm sorry that you're not confident enough to live your life out loud like the rest of the gay men that you see out here, but that's between you and God.
We need to just let people
now, if you're
be comfortable with yourself. Be
man.
comfortable with yourself. And if you feel like somebody else shouldn't be comfortable with themselves, why don't you keep that to yourself? Be comfortable keeping your opinion to yourself.
What it is genuinely, it's the jealousy.
The girls are going off.
It's different.
Right.
You should be able to compliment each other.
Honestly, no. I'm not saying you can't compliment a guy. It's a way that guys.
There's a way to compliment.
Absolutely.
There's a way to compliment, right? But a lot of times, so this is gonna get me tight. So a lot of times people are like, "Oh, like he's looking at that dude or he complimented, he gay." That does not necessarily mean someone is gay. Like,
right.
Y'all need to stop that shit because we live in a different time now.
Like I said.
Why can't we just express, admiration for other things? Like if I see somebody that has a nice outfit on, and I say, "Yo, that's real nice."
Just because I see
a guy can't do the same thing. I don't understand. Why can't they express admiration for another human being?
I don't know. I do. I still compliment guys. I compliment guys.
But a lot of them. What's a lot of back? I'm sorry. It's a lot of feedback, y'all. What?
Yeah, so guys can say that. You know what I'm saying? If a guy sees the guy, he's like, "Yo, you killing it," or "Yo, oh, my son's fresh." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ways of complimenting without being looked at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
The thing is with men who are uncomfortable with other men complimenting them is because at the end of the day, the root cause, if you feel somebody is making overtures, you're really afraid that a man is going to treat you the way that y'all treat women at the end of the day. Okay? The fact that men come to us and they tell us and they say whatever they feel like they want to say about how we look, and that y'all are definitely afraid that will happen to you, okay? Because y'all know it's wrong when you do it to us.
Or that a gay man will compliment them, thinking that the gay man is gonna try to like hit on them. Gay men know when there's an open invitation.
Those are gay men.
Like gay men know when the invitation is there. It's not like just because a gay guy gives you a compliment, they want to fuck you. Take the fucking compliment and keep it moving. Like, it's not like just
the same thing.
A compliment,
but at the same time,
no.
Right, but at the same time, so growing up in New York, obviously. So, and Sai can contest to this.
Don't blame it on New York, Jay.
No, I'm not blaming it on New York. But at the end of the day, in New York, and Steph, y'all, everybody knows this. if a guy says something that's borderline or may seem gay, we gotta automatically say pause, no homo, anything, you know what I'm saying, something like that to be like pause. You know what I'm
That shit
saying?
is up. We gotta stop that shit.
We
But,
really
but,
do.
but it's the reality of it, and that's just how.
Just learn how to take compliments and move on.
Right, and that's why I said I don't mind. I know how to give a guy a compliment. I'm like, yo, you killing it. Oh, my son Fred. You know
I
what I'm saying?
mean,
But then you add the no homo at the end.
honestly,
No,
with guys taking
you
compliments,
say no homo after that.
but I'm not gonna lie though, not all men do that. Not all men do that, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't see Jay as a man who does the whole no homo shit forever. But if you do that, that's for you and God. But honestly, like I said, those men who constantly feel the need to no homo and you so gay or that's gay as hell or niggas get offended if a gay guy hit on them, those are gay men. Like, you can't tell me anything other. You're jealous because he's able to live his life out loud, and that's the life that you envy, which is why there are so many men who get upset about homosexual men. Like, that's the only thing that makes sense to me. There's no way you should be getting upset about a man unless this is a man that you want to be like.
Listen, I love it. I love it because there are so many men out there who have curiosities about their sexuality, and they really feel that they can't express that, and they will do things behind closed doors, but in the plain light of day they will be such assholes. Like, dude, if I was that asshole to like really like put shit to people in front, that would be it would just be wrong. But they exist, like these straight men who are not straight but they act like it. And I'm just like, I wish that you wouldn't have to do that. Like, I really wish. But at the same time, it's your choice it's your choice how you want to live your life. Okay,
Right.
it's not really a choice who you're attracted to. It's your choice how you want to deal with that. But at the same time, you do not have to react negatively towards other people who, choose to be different than you.
Oh no. See, and that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? I treat everybody equal. You know what I'm saying? Like I know a lot. I have a couple gay friends, I don't treat them different or view them different. Like, we have regular conversation as regular people. You know what I'm saying?
Jay, you just said that I have black friends thing. You
I
just said that I have black friends thing, Jay.
I
You
didn't say
just said
that.
that I have black friends. You sound like a white person saying I have black friends. That's what you're doing right now. Like, you have to think about that. Like, I have gay
Well,
friends,
okay,
and I
so
don't care what they do.
I gotta
You know
be
what I mean?
honest. I gotta be honest. He's known that I've been gay. He known me for 4 years. We met at Delta. He's always treated me like a normal person. Like, he's never treated me different because I was gay or anything like that. So I don't feel like, and not to say that y'all saying like he's a homophobe. I don't think he's that type of person.
Well, I know he's not. I know
Yeah,
he's not.
right. I know y'all know.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
know
I
he's not
know.
homophobe,
Yeah.
but it's like I feel like so many people, they fall back on that. Well, I know people that are and this and the other, and I'm cool with it. Like, we have to stop with that,
I agree.
that justification, that kind of justification, because then other people will feel like that's the same thing. Because there are certain people, Jay, who do have gay friends, but behind their back, they're not really all that cool.
Right, no, and that's true. I mean, so all right, maybe the wording was bad. I have a lot of friends who happen to be gay. Does that sound better?
No, just speak your piece. Just speak your piece. Regardless, don't try to
Again,
justify your
like,
feelings because of your adjacent.
all right, so again, like I said, if I have friends that I don't treat them no different because of their sexual preference. You know what I'm saying? I don't treat nobody different. Whatever you like, that's you know what I'm saying, that's what you like. You know what I'm saying? But I don't treat nobody different unless you cross me or you give me that reason to treat you different. But other than that, like I said, we are human. You know what I'm saying? Ray, cool as shit. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother. You know what I mean? And I don't treat him no different than I would treat anybody else.
And that's good. I mean, it's like, all right.
Yeah.
So, Jay, me and you go way back. We go back to Target. We go back to Shy, Chris, all
Right.
in. Okay? It's like people treat me a certain way before they realize that back then, like, I didn't date men at all when I met y'all. I just didn't. I only dated women. Okay? But it was like lit. When I first came in, and they were like, yo. But once y'all understood that I only dated women, then it was like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Y'all acted a different way around me.
We did?
It's like she's off limits now. So it's like, you know what I mean?
What you're saying, yeah.
So it's like we kind of treat people, according to their dateability sometimes.
That's a good word. That's a good word.
The
That was a
dateability,
good word.
I'm
So,
gonna quote that
but
shit now.
it's cool, like, cause wait, honestly, when they found out it was like every girl that came in through the doors, they would ask me about them. Like,
You damn right. Yo, what's
yo,
the
what about her? What about her? Yo, what about her? I mean,
You use the plug. Of course, we're gonna go through you to see what's good.
I was clocking everything that walked through that door. It's like, yo, and people, it's like also people have conversations about things in front of you that they would never have conversations with you. Well, that they would if they knew certain things.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you were in a situation where nobody knew that you dated men and they were talking a whole bunch of shit. Okay?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? They say things around you that they would never say had they known.
Right.
You know?
I've been in a situation like that before. And I knew exactly how to carry it with everybody in there. Like 9 times out of 10, it's a situation that I would get out of because I started to feel uncomfortable. And I'll say some shit like "fuck y'all niggas," you know what I'm saying? But I just remove myself from it. I mean, seriously, because dead ass, like I was bashed like in elementary school, middle school, like everybody kept on like I was bashed a lot for being gay. Like people felt like they knew me before I knew me. You see what I'm saying? And it was tough. So I don't like for people to bash gay people. Like I don't like that at all.
Yeah, and just for the viewers, like even though we're having open dialect, that does not give anyone the opportunity to go in the chat box and try to disrespect anyone that's on this show or anyone that comments.
No slander will be tolerated.
That shit will not be tolerated here. We're open and we're like keying and shit like that, but that does not give anyone the right to go in the comments and say some next shit because you will be regulated. Just I need to say that shit.
I'm definitely gonna turn up on this shit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I wish Sha was up here right now. Because Sha's my boy. Sha's my boy. Sha would definitely be like that dude if I'm out and people are bothering me. That's my dude.
So, Simon, you got something to say about this topic before we move on? Because
my phone is acting up. I'm trying to connect it properly, but can you hear me?
Yeah.
But you're frozen.
Yeah, my phone is acting the car. I'm having an issue trying to connect it. My bad.
You good? All right, so this is a touchy topic, but I thought that was
was
a
good
cool
dialogue
topic.
though. That was good dialogue.
I like that.
Yo, I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm about to open this white grape Syrah on show. I'm tired of looking at it.
You tried the summer one?
Oh, the summer Colado was right here. I mean, summer citrus. Summer citrus.
Yeah.
Hey, when I tell you, my mom made margaritas with that summer citrus, boy, we was in there.
I'm trying not to drink much of it.
It was alright. Too bad. I think that watermelon syrup might be my favorite.
You lost me on watermelon. I can't.
It's kind of good. Mix it with Sprite. It's really good.
That was last Tuesday's conversation. People hating on me because I don't like watermelon flavored stuff. I like watermelon, but not watermelon flavored stuff.
I like watermelon.
I don't like watermelon.
I love it.
I don't eat watermelon flavored anything. I don't care.
Have you stayed with someone that you didn't love because of the way that they loved you? Yes.
I can answer this for you. No, I don't stay with anybody I don't love. Don't let me know. No.
I'm gonna say, baby. I stayed with somebody that I didn't love, but it wasn't because of the way that they loved me. It was because the motherfucker was crazy and was holding me hostage.
Oh,
for being honest.
Oh damn.
I get it.
Yes.
Yes. No. I'm not gonna say that I stayed with somebody that I didn't love because of the way they loved me. I stayed with somebody that I did love, despite the way that they loved me, because they were hella emotionally abusive.
Agree with that one.
We all been there.
Okay, because I remember Jay. You remember Chris?
I remember Chris.
I couldn't go nowhere. Like she wouldn't let me go nowhere. She didn't want to hang out with my friends. She didn't want me to yo.
I had
Except for that one
like that. That bitch is crazy.
Yo. And then she came over. We had the whole
little slumber party.
The slumber party at Rob's house. And she went and she like totally like blew my mind. You, I brought a different girl to the party before her.
Yeah,
And she had come after the fact.
Yeah, you was on your Bill Bellamy shit.
Listen, and then things was going down. It was just like, all right, I had one girl upstairs and one girl downstairs. It was a whole lot.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I definitely
that was the
learned
20s.
that lesson.
That was the 20s, okay?
I was in my 20s then. Yep.
Yeah.
I think back. I was like, wait, was that? No, I was in 10.
Yeah.
You were not a teenager, Jay.
I was
You were
very
not.
sad.
No.
I just turned 19. What are you talking about?
I was in a
Boy, bye.
very
No, that was crazy. That was so crazy.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Very tumultuous, very unhealthy.
I think everybody needs to really
Am I-
acknowledge that emotional abuse is really, really bad.
It's
Alright,
But do
real.
you think?
Emotional
So do
mental
you
abuse
think
is
that
real as hell.
when you tolerate emotional like abuse and stuff, it kind of stems from somewhere? Or
I
you
think
just love the
that
person so much
It stems from me tolerating it as a kid. Yes.
I mean, I didn't get enough affection when I was a kid from my mom. I know that. So that kind of I get drawn to people who kind of like try to wrap me in and keep me all to themselves and show me all that affection. But you got to beware, because the things that emotionally abusive people and narcissists do is they kind of start slowly but surely making sure that they're the only ones in your life that provide you that love and affection.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's
and it
true.
happens slow.
Mm-hmm.
It don't happen all the way, all of a sudden. It's slow. Okay. And they will make you feel bad for the things that you do.
Very much so.
Okay. And you'll feel guilty over some shit that wasn't even your fault.
You feel guilty for being happy.
You feel guilty for doing things the way that you do things. This girl made me feel guilty or made me feel crazy because I used to travel for her. She lived in Brooklyn and I lived in Queens and I worked in Long Island, and I would take cabs from Valley Stream all the way to Brooklyn, or I would take the train all the way from Long Island to Brooklyn and be over there. And one day I did that, and she had some other chick at the house. And she was spending time with this girl while I was sitting there, and made me sit there and think I was crazy.
Oh God.
I was like,
when I tell you,
when
so
I
what
tell you
happened?
they be having you, they be
when
having
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, when you deal with a narcissist for real, and when I tell you, I mean like a real textbook down to a science in the book narcissist, yes, you will stay with shit like that. You wanna know why? Because they make you feel so fucking low. They make you feel like you deserve the shit that they do to you.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, you just take that shit and you just take it on the chest. It's like, yep, I deserve it. Yep.
Nobody else gonna want me. I don't got nowhere else to go.
Please.
No way.
Exactly. When I tell you, when I see my ex that put me there, because my ex, like I said, I stayed with a person who I did not love, and because that bitch tried to kill herself all the time, and I was young. She like 6-7 years older than me. So I was young.
And
I was
like,
older. Oh, this bitch really off herself. I can't leave her. Whole time it was manipulation. She was just using that as a way to keep me with her. And when I tell you it worked, because I stayed with that bitch for damn near 3 years. It was the worst 3 years of my life. She literally isolated me. I didn't see my friends for a year. I gained so much weight being with her, and literally it was just like she was the only person that loved me. She was the only person that was there for me and everything. Like, that shit was shit. It was a fucking shit.
That's how she made you feel.
A fucking shit show. And she dead ass, yes, like for real. And when I tell you, she is real life the reason why I cannot be with another woman like in an emotional relationship, because of how bad I got fucked over. Like, that shit scarred me.
So you
like,
suffer
don't get
from
me wrong,
PTSD,
men scar me,
basically.
but it's different. Yeah, like, I ain't gonna lie, men scar you, but the way women scar you is different, because it's like, it's not physical. It's nothing. It's mostly emotional and it's mental. That's it.
Yeah, they be having you think you did something
exactly
wrong, and you didn't do shit wrong. wrong. I like, what the
Yeah.
man? Can I tell you? Like, I did everything for
And when
this
I tell
woman.
you I
I
see that
did
bitch, it's on
everything.
fight.
I did everything for this woman. Okay,
Oh
she
yes,
lived in this
literally.
apartment. I put her rent center stuff was in my name. I was bringing stuff from my job, sheets and pillows and all of this, and I was cleaning up her room, and I was bringing home food for her and letting her borrow money. She was calling out of work. I was figuring out how to forge doctor's notes and shit. And at the end of the day, she broke up with me, and her reasoning for breaking up with me was because I did not promote her changing herself into a better person because she smoked. So she found a girl who was helping her quit smoking and her being a better person. I said, see, this
What?
is this that
She smoked what? Cigarettes or weed?
both. And I'm just like, you know what? This was not meant for me. This was not meant for me. And I'm kind of
Yeah,
glad it's
that's a
not
bit
in my
much.
space.
Yeah.
It took me a while, and it took me like a year to get over that. It took me a
Mhm.
year to not keep looking
Mm-hmm.
back.
Shit
To
took me
not keep
too.
looking back. And I was just like, you know what? It was just like, oh my God. And I know everybody around me was like, why are you over there? Why are you over there? You over there again? You over there again? Like
Baby.
I would bring her around, and my friends would be like, nah, she ain't it, sis. She ain't
Um,
it.
Did you ever tell your friends about the shit she
Yeah,
did?
Dead
they
ass.
knew. They knew. And it was
That's
like,
why.
yo, you can't. And I'm just like,
That's why. That's
No,
well, so
I ain't
why.
gonna tell. Well, I told my friends. My friends knew never what was going on, but like they didn't really know what I was really dealing with until we broke up. And when I was like done, I was like, nah, fuck that bitch. It's a like when I told my friends what was going on, it was like, Kyra, like, damn, I didn't know that you was dealing with that. And I was like, yeah, nobody knew because I dealt with this shit by myself, and it didn't help that I was going through like a time to where me and my mom, we were in a really bad spot. So it was like dead ass. I really did feel like I had nobody but her and her family.
Damn.
That was
mm-hmm.
it. It
Because that's
shit
how
was
they make you
ass.
feel. They make sure you're the
That shit was
only leg that you got
horrible.
to stand on.
Yes,
um,
like literally, it got so bad. My friends started getting mad at me because they was like, "Kyra, it's been a year. We ain't seen you. We ain't heard from you. Like, damn, are you okay?" I'm like, "Shit, I am with my girlfriend." Like a dumbass.
so me, I mean, I never stayed with somebody I didn't love because it was the way they loved me, but I tried to get back with somebody because of the way they loved me. Um,
Why? Because you
so,
realize like after kind of thing?
Yeah.
Have you
um,
ever stayed with someone because you felt you can love them to love you?
can I love them to love me?
Mm-hmm.
Have you
No.
ever stayed with
Mm-hmm.
someone?
I mean, I've been in situations where I've tried, and I've tried to. I don't want to say I tried to get them to love me, but I've gotten to a point in life where you can't make nobody do nothing they don't want to do. So if that doesn't come naturally, then it's just you're fighting a dead battle. But I've been in a situation where I mean, like I said, me and the person we loved each other. Obviously, it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? And a couple times I tried to get back with her. For, what I'm saying? Like, all right, well, this is what you wanted. I couldn't provide that then, but now I'm in a situation to provide that. Let me give you what you deserve, and it just never amounts to anything. So I would say more so that way, not something I messed up. I was like, Dad, let me try to. I mean, yeah, I did make mistakes, but I'm like, it wasn't something I tried to get with her to be like, well, Dad, I miss it because she know, like I want to provide what you've been asking for. I'm in a position to do so. So that's my story.
Okay,
All right, I
okay.
think we can move on to the next question. Why do men have women that's loyal and do everything but still feel the need to cheat?
I
Mm.
think this is biased.
Why do
I'm
you
gonna
I,
think it's
I'm gonna
biased?
I think it's biased because I think it should be why do people have people that's loyal and do everything but still feel the need to cheat? I
This was
think that
supposed to be the men's segment. That's
my
why.
bad. Okay. So okay.
so,
But you can answer. You can answer, Alex.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, because I'm as a person who dates both, and all,
there is
because
a few people.
yeah, I date people. I date regardless of gender. So,
And
I
that
think
doesn't give anybody the chance to go slide in Alex's DMs or Facebook. None of that.
They don't got my info. Y'all don't know about nothing. No, but
But she like both, guys. Keep that in mind. my bad. I just want to throw that out.
I'm attracted to masculinity. I'm attracted to masculinity. Whether you are female, male, trans, I'm attracted to masculine people. And that is what I go for. That being said, I'm also ethically non-monogamous. So I do feel
wait, time out. I didn't go to college. What does that mean?
Ethically non-monogamous. It just means that I try to enter into relationships where people understand that monogamy is not my thing. And then we make conscious decisions on whether we have sexual relationships outside of our main relationship.
Copy that. Okay.
And you don't need to go to college for that. That's a fucking.
So do me a favor.
Degree for that, Jay.
Do me a favor, being that I didn't get that in college either. Well, I mean, I didn't go to college to find that definition out. Break that down to me in normal people terms, like high school graduate terms.
Okay.
Alex, just know that.
Break that down for me.
He's a high school graduate.
Because I need to know that, because from what I got from what she just explained, I got that if we in this relationship, I'm trying to get on outside of this relationship with. I got that. Did I get the wrong thing?
I mean, it's not really a whole random. I need to, hook up with randoms whenever I feel like I want to hook up with randoms. No, there are conversations that are had. It's the understanding that I don't think monogamy is really that natural, and I will have sexual attractions to people other than the person I'm in a relationship with, and they are going to have sexual attractions to people that we're not in a relationship with. And if we decide to act on such things, that is okay, as long as it's respectful within our boundaries that we have set for each other.
I like that. And what's the name of it again? I think.
You just opened up a whole new world for Ray.
Ethically non-monogamous.
Let me write that down. Ethically non-monogamous.
Just E&M. Just E&M. Everybody understands that it's E&M. Okay. Ethically non-monogamous. Google that, y'all. Google it.
Non-hip-hop anonymous. Copy.
All right, Big Daddy. No, I mean,
yo, Jay, you need to play that song, "A Whole New World," right now.
Yeah, I'm in a whole new world. I'm definitely in a whole new world right now.
Yeah,
I done learned a new word: hip hop, not ethical, non-hip hop anonymous.
Now,
I think I spelled it wrong, but I know what I'm talking about.
Just say E&M.
E&M. When you giving this, y'all learned the new word yesterday.
I mean, so yeah, but I think that's why I think people just have it in. Some people it's just not in their nature to stay in bed with one person. I do think that some people, and I think that people make a mistake of thinking that, okay, well, if you're cheating, people always used to say like men cheat because they just want to have sex, women cheat because it's an emotional connection to the other person. And it's all these stereotypical things that go around. And I don't think that all of that is true. Me, for instance, I am not a jealous person. I am a very sexual person, and I don't really feel the need to have an emotional connection every time I have sex with somebody. So for me, I do, if I'm in a relationship, I have one person that has my heart, my emotions, that person that I'm building with. Okay. And sex is understood that, you know what I mean? I may want to go out for McDonald's one day and want to go out for Wendy's the next day. But my home cooked meal is where my heart is. Right. That's just how that works. So I know my ex she was not agreeing with that. I'm more than happy to be married to one person and just have, the opportunity to still express myself sexually in other ways, especially because everybody's in their sexual proclivities are not the same. Some people are down with some things and other people's aren't. And maybe I'm down with all and I want to have all of that.
Okay, so now my question is, what's the difference between Eminem and an open relationship?
E&M and an open relationship.
Because I was like, Eminem, when we start talking about him.
I had to think about it. Like, oh my God.
Eminem, what?
I mean, it just depends on how the people that are in the relationship define that. I think that's very important. Instead of focusing on the names, you need to focus on the people in the relationships and their personal boundaries.
So it just sounds better. So non-ethical, okay.
Okay, because again, there's all these names of shit that goes around. It's like ethnic non-monogamous. There's open relationships. There's swinging. There's polyamory. All of these
Those I've
things
heard.
mean different things.
I've heard the other two, the last three, but the first one. That's my first time hearing that
Y'all
one.
ever been to hedonism in Jamaica?
No,
I never been to
I've
Jamaica.
There's
seen
a lot of swinging and
because you get to be
going to
free.
Jamaica, it is
First of all, hedonism is a nude resort for those of you that do not know.
No, I
There's
know.
a lot of swinging that goes on there. And it's not like young folks that go to the hedonism in the grill. It's older folks like doctors, lawyers, all that kind of shit.
Because everybody has their nature and they do not feel the need to let their freak flag fly all over the place. Like people, it's the everyday people that enjoy these things. I mean,
So the second time that I went to hedonism, this is
she said the second time she liked it so much she went again. That's what she said.
Listen, my friend, her godfather is the general manager there, so
well, I need some tickets because I gotta go. Okay.
Listen, because I was ready to ask for the spelling of the name of the place, but I'm listening. I'll get it from you later.
HEDONISM.
There's one in the grill and there's one in Montego Bay, I believe. So I met this young couple. They had just started dating, and Shorty was tight about, how her man was like, looking at people and stuff. And it's like, you're at a nude resort.
Right? How do you not expect
like,
that?
Did you not do your research about coming here and y'all just
He
started
probably
dating?
didn't.
So why are y'all even here?
That is a conversation that should have been had before you got on the plane.
Yes.
Before you got on the plane.
Unless he didn't tell her.
I was about to say that he probably didn't do that. He probably was like, "Hey, babe, go to this hotel. It's called Hedoism. It's a good turn up. We're gonna have fun."
Nah.
Like, all right.
If she old enough to be out there fucking with somebody, she old enough to Google. She old enough to Google.
But some people take the person's word for it.
Then you can't be mad.
Or honestly, or she may not have known. You know what I'm saying? He may be like, "Yo, I got this hotel in the grill." You know what I'm saying?
Who goes to a whole different country without looking at the place first? I want to see what kind of room I'm getting.
Maybe he didn't tell her that they were going to hedonism.
Right, exactly. He probably just told her, "Yo, we're going to a hotel." She looked at the hotel. She's like, "Okay, that's a cool hotel." And then when she got there, she saw all these body parts.
There's not much plausible deniability for me. There's not much.
Well,
no.
But then as Steph said, they're a young couple.
That's like me taking you to the Ville and you acting like you ain't know where you was going.
Wait, what's the Ville?
I'm gonna beat you, Jay. I'm gonna beat you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Because I was thinking to myself, like, I feel like this is something he should know.
Yeah, that's
the
in
way
New
she
York.
looked at you was like, you should know.
Why? Because she summed it up. That's why.
If you were in New York, if you were a New Yorker, that's how I feel. If you were a New Yorker, okay, and somebody says we going to the West Village, you know better. If you get there and you want to act up, if you want to get all the way there and say I didn't know it was going to be this way, you're wrong because you knew.
Right now, if you say West Village, I know what you meant, but when you said the Ville, I kind of my main for a minute. That's why.
Sorry, the West Village for our viewers. The West Village. If you are not familiar with the West Village, I suggest that you Google. Okay, Google the Halloween parade. Google Pride. Google X. Okay,
I love going to Pride.
Okay, the Village is where people who are free, Alphabet Mafia, have a place to be and be open and be free with themselves without fear of people acting like assholes, even though people come down to the Ville and do. But you might, we're overpowering you over there, so y'all keep playing.
I definitely want to go to New York Pride. I heard it's
good. Okay. All right, ready, Steph?
Yeah. Next question. Can men show emotion?
Yeah, better.
We can, but
I do all the time.
How much though? How much?
A lot.
Show my emotion.
All of it. Show all of the emotion.
Like crying.
Let's destigmatize men showing emotion. Can we destigmatize that?
I've done it before.
Okay,
like, what would you do if someone is like, he lying and he crying? Is that emotion?
Well, to be honest with you, it is emotion, but me personally, I can't cry. It takes a lot for me to cry. For me to cry in front of you, it takes a lot. Like, you really hurt my feelings for me to cry. But
what about if you're crying like someone passed away? Is that okay?
Now Yeah, absolutely.
Because
You
a
took
lot
a
of people
loss.
don't feel comfortable with being that vulnerable.
Because we don't let
It's
them.
kind of
Society doesn't let them.
right.
True.
We have
It's
to
kind
make
of
it
like,
so
yo,
that they feel
man up,
comfortable doing that.
man up. You don't cry.
Can we get rid of that? Can we get rid of that shit? Can we, men, with our sons, stop telling them to man up? Please.
Or
We need to.
being a pussy.
First of all, being pussy don't have nothing to do with being female. Pussy does not mean pussy is not indicative of the female genital region. Can somebody please just pass that on, pass the word? Pussy, okay, if you take anything away from this podcast, pussy is not mean pussy, the kitty cat, the vagina. Pussy is short for pusillanimous. It means weak and cowardly. That's where they got that word from. Please stop saying that pussy has anything to do with female, because not for nothing, if I kick you in the balls, you're going to cry. Okay?
Ooh.
I birth people out of mine. Get that shit together. Get it together.
Damn.
Come on, Alex.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Come on, Alex. I'm
Show
telling
your
you.
emotion. Show your emotion. It is okay.
What do you say after that?
I'm
I was
ready for
feeling all
this
that.
Ray and Alex TED Talk. I'm ready for
What's
it.
up? Let's get it.
I'm ready
What's
for it.
up?
So honestly, all right. So me, I can show emotion. I've been told I'm an emotional person. Like Ray said, as far as crying, I'm never doing that again. I did it one time, maybe twice, and I was looked at real weird, and I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm never gonna cry in front of, unless it's a funeral or an occasion to do so. But as far as crying for something that went on or something, I'm not gonna do that again.
Why
So,
not?
I get that.
I feel like I'm sorry that whoever you cried in front of made you feel that you cannot do that again. I'm apologizing on behalf of that person, because you should never have been made to feel that way.
That's true. That is true.
And I hug you through this podcast. I hug you through this because, my brother, you are a human being. Human beings come with emotions. Okay? I don't know if everybody saw whatever that movie was with all the emotions, but everybody should watch it once if it doesn't make you mad.
Inside Out.
Inside Out.
I love that movie.
I hated it. I hated it. I don't like it.
Did you really? Why? Oh, my bad. Let's not get off topic. But that was a really good movie.
It was good, but I kept being mad because sadness. I kept getting mad at sadness. I kept getting mad at her, and I kept getting mad at Joy. I was like, Joy, go sit down. But sadness, stop touching stuff. Stop touching stuff. Stop it. I was like, why y'all making me feel this? Why y'all making me feel this?
I might watch it.
That's funny.
But yeah, I feel like people have to be we have to be cognizant of our men, especially Black men, and stop telling them how they should display their emotions. Their emotions should be displayed however they naturally feel that they should be displayed. I mean, I can only do so much. I have a son, and I let him cry. I'm not going to tell him you can't cry. I'm just going to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, that we're showing emotions as necessary. If you feel like something hurts your feelings, please express that to me.
Right.
Okay? If you're crying because somebody hurt your feelings, cry. Go ahead. Your feelings are valid.
But see, like I mean, but it takes a lot for me to cry. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't sit here and be like, oh, I'm hurt, I'm gonna cry. Like it has to be something deep or some real, like, really got to hit for me to, you know what I'm saying, even get to that emotion. So yeah, that's why I wouldn't cry often. You know, well, I'm not gonna cry at all anymore. But when I did get to that point, like I said, and the person just was like emotionless for me, I was like, all right, you know what, I'm good.
That's understandable. But
we
don't let that mess it up for the next person, though.
Oh no,
that's one thing that.
But and see, the crazy one. No, I'm sorry.
No, you good. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What you want to say?
No, I was just about to say that's one thing that I hate about relationships. Like people will go through things in relationships and it'll scar them, or well, not necessarily scar them, but it'll leave an impact on them that will cause the next person to have to deal with that. Or you know, they'll have to suffer from that when all they're trying to do is just love you, but it's like the last person did this to you, so now I got to deal through that. And I don't think that's fair to put people through.
Mm-hmm.
So me, I think I had the reverse situation. Like my ex, like as I told you, I tried to I wanted to give my ex certain things that I couldn't provide for her then.
Mhm.
And when she couldn't, and when she got to a point where I couldn't do that for her, the next
Mhm.
person I started talking to got all those benefits that, you know what I'm saying, my ex, could have gotten. But so yeah, so like I, you know what I'm saying, like when I move on to another situation, I always moved. I mean, obviously certain things in your past scar you, but
Right.
at the same time, it's like I don't. You know what I'm saying, you're a brand new person. You know what I'm saying. So I never want you to feel the, you know what I'm saying, oh well, my ex did this, so you know what I'm saying, oh she did this to me, so this is how I am. Like yeah, she molded how I am or how I move, but I never give the bad traits to anybody new that I'm dating, anything like that.
Right.
You know what
As
I'm
you
saying?
should.
Just the positive traits. Like, okay, well, this is what she used to complain about. Yeah, and like I said, a lot of things she used to complain about. The girl I was talking to after that reaped all
Mhm.
those benefits. You know what I'm saying? You just do random gestures. Like, oh, okay, well, let me do this. I got the bread to do it. I'm in a position to do so. Let me do it. Just because.
Okay.
So,
So what we doing next question or
Do we
what?
have more questions?
one more.
When talking to someone, since it's old to ask if we're boyfriend or girlfriend, how do you know when you're moving forward?
So if
Now
y'all
you
don't
gotta
mind, I would like to start this one. If y'all cool with it.
We
Now,
cool.
be cool with it.
so after my last relationship, when I ended it, I was more so well, I more so have the mind frame now of I don't want another boyfriend like that. The boyfriend thing is it's kind of childish to me, and it doesn't really hold any weight. Like to
Mm.
say that that's your boyfriend, or even for someone else to say that that's your girlfriend. Like your husband or your wife, that holds weight. Like that
I feel
holds.
weird
You
saying
said it
that word,
feels weird.
boyfriend,
I mean, I don't
Yeah,
really feel
it does
weird,
feel
but
weird.
it just feels kind of
especially if we
corny
like
now,
5 years, 6 years in.
Right, right. That's what I'm saying. Like when you got my last relationship actually was 5 years, and it was just like that boyfriend term just started going out the window. It was just like, nah, we supposed to be more than this at this point, and we weren't, So like going forward, I just want to date. I don't want you to feel as though I'm your boyfriend, you my boyfriend. We know what it is, but it's not official until we put a ring on each other's finger. When we tie each other down at that point, for me, that's how you know we moving forward. You're the one, I'm the one.
So are y'all boyfriend girlfriend? Like, are you boyfriend without like having that conversation? But what if that person, you find out that person is seeing someone else?
Then I'm not
I,
the one.
I
If
think
you
that's a
seeing somebody else,
conversation that
I'm not
needs
the
to be
one.
had.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a
I definitely feel like we need to have that conversation. But if it comes to a situation where you dating somebody else, or I find out you with somebody else, I want the one.
All right. So when we're saying that, when we're talking to somebody,
Hmm.
how do you know when you're moving forward? I think that there's a difference between knowing when you're moving forward, but you also need to decide whether you're exclusive or not. That's a
Fact.
conversation that needs to be had way beforehand, because I think that's where people get caught up. Like, am I moving forward with you because we're meant to be together, or am I moving forward with you because you're the only one that I've been dating for a while, and this is what I'm trying to make moves with you and only you. You
But,
know,
Yeah.
right,
those are all important
Agreed.
things.
That's
but how do
agreed.
you
I
know that
agree with
without
that.
conversations? You know what I'm saying? Because some people in their mind they feel like you should already know, or you should just know. You know what I'm saying? But so some people move off vibes. But if you're not getting those vibes, or you're not getting that, like how would you know that y'all are progressing or y'all moving forward?
But that's what they're saying. Like that's what Steph and Alex both are saying. Like you have to have that conversation with your partner. Now I won't lie, I've been that type of person before to basically go off the vibe. Oh, you feeling me? I'm feeling you. Okay, so this must be something serious. And every time I look like a fucking fool, like. So yeah, it's definitely to have that conversation, have that understanding. Hey, are you feeling me the way I'm feeling you? Because if you're not, I don't want to waste my time here. Put all my eggs in this basket and you doing what the fuck it is you want to do. I definitely get that. I get that.
Hmm.
I get that 100%.
Communication is, you know, the most important thing in all of these conversations. Well, how hell you can't have a conversation without communication anyway.
Right.
Clear,
Right.
concise communication.
You better comprehend what the fuck I'm communicating.
Mhm.
Because if not, we got a problem.
Absolutely.
That's a fact.
Mm.
That was it, Jay. That's the last question.
Yep.
We didn't have a whole lot of comments. I think people scared to comment.
Yeah, I
We
think
did, but we had one viewer the whole. Well, I mean, we had one person who definitely stayed on the views the whole time. We appreciate you for watching.
definitely.
Rashad didn't come on today, so
Yeah, I hit him up, but he said he had to work.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to tell y'all,
Shiny bird.
I appreciate you all having me on the show tonight. You know, I know it's
thanks
not
for
my
coming
normal
on
night,
Sunday.
but
Time out. How do you are part of the show, brother?
I was see if you would have
He's
let me
part of the
finish, you would have
Tuesday.
heard.
Listen.
You know, if he would have let me finish, you would have heard where I was going with it. But I was just saying I am a part of the Chop House family. You know, Monday is just not my normal night. I appreciate being here on Monday to show this handsome face and stuff. Because I know y'all come to see me. So I'm just saying.
Monday and blessing us with all of this.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But for real, no, I really did. I enjoyed this. This was very good. I really like this. This was nice.
I like the conversation tonight. I really did.
Absolutely.
And I think the difference with today's show is more so conversation instead of, you know what I mean? So we had to like break away from conversation to get into the show. So, but we definitely did have a blast.
I like today's show.
Right. All right, we'll talk backstage. But all right, we definitely want to wrap up. We definitely thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for tuning in. We want to thank Ryan and Kimmy. I know, Kimmy, you're working. You need to let us, come back on the show. We're waiting for you to come back, Rihanna. But, outside of the rat poisoning. But we definitely...
Kimmy and her rat poison.
Yeah, she quit to give you rat poisoning. But yeah, we definitely thank you guys again. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to tune in. We're on YouTube, Facebook. We're working on Instagram right now, so we're gonna have the Instagram page come up soon, and you guys can reach out to us on there as well. But we definitely thank you guys. I am Jay McMain.
Your girl Steph.
New girl Alex.
And I am Ray.
You better stop saying new girl. You already official. Tish.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. You definitely part of the Chop House family.
Exactly. I don't know, she's bugging. All right, and we will see you guys later.
Later.
All right.
Bye.